and
So let me
get back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. Just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No, that was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to.
No, that was a yes or no?
Not in that way. Not in that way.
So explain the way.
So when we talked initially, before even moving in, it was, y'all just come, just take your time, get yourself together. I got you guys. I got my grandbaby, who she was very instrumental in. I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies. So I'm giving you the opportunity.
So because she's instrumental in wanting grandbabies, that means that she has to take care of them too?
It doesn't mean she has to take. I'm saying she's not telling the full story how it is. It was never an agreement on a dollar amount of being able to help. It's just do what you can when you can.
So was there ever an agreement for it to be a temporary situation?
Well, yes.
You'd agree with me that 3 years is no longer temporary, right?
Welcome back. Today we are stepping into a family feud that has completely jumped the tracks. We've got a mother and daughter in a legal showdown over 2 young boys for $100 and 3 years of temporary living. The daughter claims she was invited. The mother says she's been subsidizing a lifestyle for far too long. Is this a case of a grandma being taken advantage of or a daughter being pushed out? Let's look at the first red flag, the handshake agreement.
I would say it's no longer temporary, but in the moments where I would say, you know what, I'm going to do what I can to see what I can to get, it was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, I worry about y'all's safety over there, and that's too far, and that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
I'm sorry.
All of that is not necessary. I can assure you it's not.
Just emotional a little bit.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down, all right?
I can't believe I'm even here. This is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of. It's unfortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter, but this is where you come, right? So do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to move out yourself and leave the children with her?
I mean, she knows what the situation is. I mean, when I was working, which she knows at this point that there was a huge layoff because of COVID and why I started doing hair in the first place to try and make amends. So for her to sit over here talking about, oh, I got all these jobs and I got all this finance coming in at this point, it's just ridiculous. And it just shows to, just how low she'll stoop to how she behaves and how she acts.
Did you hear that? 3 years. In the legal world, temporary usually means months, not years. The judge is already losing patience with the excuses. The daughter is trying to use emotional distress as a shield. But notice how the judge pivots back to the facts. Who is actually paying the bills? This is a classic failure to launch scenario. Do you think a grandmother should be legally allowed to demand rent from her own daughter?
But she letting you live for free. She's been allowing you to do it for 3 years. She pays for everything for your children. She feeds your children. She takes them to school. She pays for health insurance. She's literally doing everything. You're doing nothing.
But that's her story. I'm doing more than so. I'm doing exactly what I can. I cook, I clean, I do what the stuff she asked me to do for church.
Hold on. Cooking and cleaning for a house that you reside in, you don't get any credit for that. Okay? You should do those things, right? But in terms of your children, what are you doing? Because she said she's doing it all. Everything I just named off. You have yet to dispute that.
Well, I do get do stuff for their school. She doesn't always, you're not always the one taking them to school,
okay,
mommy. I don't even know why you in here acting like you do that.
Let's not derail this thing because you never answered my original question.
So
do you plan to move out with your children, or do you plan on moving out and allowing them to stay with her?
Well, I mean, at this point, she dragging me all in here to court. I mean, I want to go out. I want to go out and move and find me and get me situated, and then I will be able to come back and get them and get the boy.
The judge just dropped a truth bomb. In a courtroom, cooking and cleaning are considered basic life skills. not financial contributions to child support. If you live there, you're expected to clean up after yourself. That doesn't pay for the kids' health insurance or school clothes. And now, look at the daughter's exit strategy. She wants to move out ASAP but leave the kids behind? That's a massive legal
The
admission.
boys are going to stay with her. When are you trying to move out?
Like ASAP, because this is ridiculous. Like, I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
When you
foolishness.
say ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
I mean, no, I'm gonna have to like get on my hustle, to like try and figure out, where I'm gonna go and, what I'm gonna do and how much is that gonna take.
What are we
to
looking
get
at in
that far.
timeline? Because we know the boys are going to stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay. That's exactly what I needed to know.
I ain't
And
trying to stay where.
I don't think that's what she's saying, ma'am. She's just saying she wants a little bit of assistance. She's not saying she's not willing to help you. That's not a fair assessment. How much money do you make a year?
At this point, probably around about 25.
25,000?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you actually make more than that because we're going to deem that braiding as income. Now, she said you make about $1,200 a week. Is that true?
That is not true.
How much do you make a week?
It just fluctuates on how my clientele
Well, let's
does.
just do it by average then. On a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from braiding hair?
I would say monthly. Monthly, I would say $1,200.
Here come the receipts. She claims she only makes $25,000, but the judge is doing the braid math. Braiding hair is a high-demand, cash-heavy business, and the court is deeming that under-the-table money as official income. You can see the daughter panicking as her favors for friends story falls apart. When a judge says, "I wasn't born yesterday," you know you're in trouble. Is she lowballing her income to avoid paying her mom, or is she truly struggling?
Monthly, $1,200?
Yes, because I
And
don't
you
get,
do
I don't
3
get
or 4
heads.
heads?
I don't get heads. I don't get heads all the time. And some of the people she see me braid is like some of my girlfriends who, if I braid their hair, like they'll do my nails or they'll do my lashes or they'll grab my kids from school for me if I need them to. It's like we help each other out. So I'm not
Do I
always
look
getting
like I was
money
born
paid.
yesterday?
No.
Right, so you want me to sit here and believe that braiding hair and you're charging how much per head?
It just depends. I mean, shorter ones 80, longer ones like 250.
That's not what she says, and she lives in a house
But she's not.
with
She's
you.
not working with my clientele, and it really.
So
the
you
only-
don't tell her how much you get paid?
No, because she really huff and puff around the house. And really the only reason we here because my boyfriend Tank Daddy, who she was dating, broke up with her. And she was pissed about it. And so I didn't agree with the
okay.
situation. So that's the only reason why we really here is because she mad because I didn't take her side in the situation. When grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do, and that ain't none of my business. But I'm the one getting the brunt from it. I'm the one that's not doing something. I'm the one that's not doing what I'm supposed to do for my kids. So now it's an issue with my kids because her and my boyfriend's dad ain't in the right spot. And just because I didn't take her side. It wasn't no side to take. It ain't none of my business.
Wait, did she just say Tank Daddy? This just took a wild turn. We went from child support to a messy love square involving the mom's ex-boyfriend, who is also the daughter's boyfriend's father? This is the definition of it's complicated. The daughter is claiming this entire lawsuit is just a revenge plot because of a breakup. But here's the legal reality. The judge doesn't care who Tank Daddy is dating. The judge cares about the 3,000.
You know what? That's none of my business too, but let me tell you what is my business. I have your gross calculated at $3,283. That $1,200 that you just testified to, I'm deeming that as income in addition to what you make monthly. So that's how I got to that number, $3,283. That brings your net to $2,798. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right number. Yes, $2,798.18. Do you have any other children outside of the 2 boys?
No, I do not.
Okay, and you're also going to pay for health insurance reimbursement. So monthly child support comes out to $699, was $670. We're going to round it up. Plus, you have to do a reimbursement. Let me just make sure I don't go over the legal amount because it can't be over 3%. So $2,798.18 times 3%. So your health insurance reimbursement to mom, although you pay $275, according to the law, it can't be, the health insurance amount that she reimburses you cannot be more than 3%. So that caps at about $84. $670 plus $84 is $754. That's how much you'll pay your mom a month.
$700.
$754 exactly.
Your breakup. That's what
No,
this is
because
about.
you need to
This
pay
is
for
what
your
this
own
is
children,
about.
ma'am.
This is what
Excuse
this
me,
is about.
excuse me, I'm speaking. It's $754. It's what's in the best interest of the children. These are your children, not your mother's children. These are her grandchildren. And I went ahead and ordered that you pay child support because based on your testimony, you'll be moving out in a couple of months anyway. So there we are. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
$754 a month. That is a life-changing number for someone claiming they only make $25,000. The judge capped the health insurance at 3% to keep it legal, but she didn't budge on the support. This ruling sends a clear message. Being a grandparent is a privilege, but being a parent is a legal obligation. The daughter is leaving with a bill, and the mom is leaving with the kids. Was this justice served? Or did Tank Daddy drama ruin a family forever?